Mata Susunam Nidhanam Sutanam Nisamya Goram Paritapam Yamanam Karurada Vaspa Kavalu Sharu Tam Satvayamaha Kiti Mari. Draupadi, the mother of the father, told the Pandavas that to hear it when the wife of her sons began to cry in distress with eyes full of tears. Trying to pacify her in her great loss, Arjuna spoke to her thus. Amaginatamiram Syaganam Jana Savakaya Chakswamitam Jana is mine. Shigave Maha. I offer my respectful obeisance to my spiritual master and my grace, A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada. Kind of open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge, blinded by the darkness of ignorance. Prabhupada in Vrindavan and reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam. The five most important items of spiritual life is to associate with devotees and hear the Bhagavatam from the self-realized soul, accept that the Bodhisattva's master as spiritual master reside in a holy place and to chant the Mahamantra and worship the deities. So Srila Prabhupada, so we're fulfilling that one by accepting Prabhupada as our spiritual master and hearing him recite Bhagavatam daily. That's the best thing for our advancement. So, Prabhupada gave us the Bhagavatam. That's the prescription also of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because Prabhupada carries Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's also considered the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. So the Pandavas, they were going through so much distress all the time, so many calamities and to deal with all the time, so much intrigue, so much harassment from the Kauravas, Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, the sons. But they were always faithful and loyal to Lord Krishna all the time. So for the pure devotees, they never complain of the distress because they know everything is the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is their best friend, and he's actually the best friend and only friend of the living entity. So how is it the best friend is going to inflict some suffering to another friend? One friend does not inflict suffering on another friend. The supreme friend how can he inflict suffering on his friend? It's not possible. But rather, the friend is always giving bliss to his devotees. He's always giving loving care to devotees who are engaged in devotional service. Because Krishna, he is full of bliss, and whatever his energies are also full of bliss. His energies are not different from him. So when he gives Krishna, he's giving bliss to like that. But he's the controller of the material energy. Everything that emanates, everything we see, everything we feel, every experience is an energy of Krishna, and Krishna is personally present in that energy, and he controls the material energy, and every action in the material energy, Krishna is the cause, and Krishna pervades the energy. He is that energy. The earth, water, fire, air, ether are his energies, which are not different from him. So when a devotee experiences tribulation in the material energy, it's not different from Krishna's embrace, Krishna's kissing or embracing. All Krishna's energies are identical, or they're all not different from Krishna. There's variety, but Krishna is present fully in all his energies. So therefore the devotee, knowing that Krishna is everything and the cause of all causes, they thank Krishna for his mercy. It's not different from his embrace, like that. So the devotee always embraces or thanks the Lord for whatever he gives, whatever he's giving or whatever he takes away. It's all on the absolute platform. It's all his mercy. Everything is a gift of Krishna. Everything is a blessing of Krishna. Everything is the love of Krishna. Everything is the mercy of Krishna. It's his grace. So devotees appreciate everything that comes their way, whether it's suffering or pain or pleasure or humor or like that. It's all Krishna. In other words, it's all absolute. It's all beautiful. It's all wonderful, like that. And devotees are always very careful to understand philosophically what's going on, so the devotee is not disturbed through so-called distress or happiness or whatever kind of way. Knowing that Krishna, my best friend, he's controlling the material energy, and he's given me some difficulty, but actually it's not difficulty. It's only my perception of it that is difficulty. There's no such thing as suffering for a pure devotee. Like Hirani Kashipu was being victimized by Lord Shingadev. He was piercing his body with his nails. Lord Shingadev's long nails was ripping around the abdomen of Hiranyakashipu, but that was his pleasure, like that. And similarly, when Prabhupada had to go through different painful things, that was Prabhupada's pleasure, because everything is he's directly in contact with the spiritual energy, the pleasure energy of Krishna. So everything that Prabhupada is experiencing is always full of pleasure. There's no pleasure, pain cannot touch a pure devotee, or suffering cannot touch a pure devotee, because the pure devotee is absorbed in Krishna and Krishna's energy, so that everything he's experiencing is pleasure. So only for those it may appear to be distressful, it may appear to be suffering, but that's only the vision of those who are not spiritually understanding. One understands it. Krishna is controlling everything, and Krishna is full of bliss. Everything emanates from Krishna's bliss. He don't emanate anything that is distressful. He only emanates bliss. That's what he's made of. So all his energies are all the same way, but they're taken differently according to one's surrender or service attitude towards Krishna. Like that. So anyhow, devotees are always appreciating, even if they think they're suffering, they know better that it's only because of my lack of surrender that I'm feeling distress. Otherwise, I'd be feeling pleasure all the time, because there's nothing but pleasure. Because everything is an emanation of Krishna, and everything, and Krishna and his energies are all non-different. They're all full of bliss. So we studied this also lately. Maya Dakshena Prakriti. Krishna says that the material energy is working in my direction. So the devotee knows this. So whatever comes his way, that's Krishna's mercy, Krishna's pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it like that. So this way the devotee can stay steady, while other people get disturbed when there's distress. They turn, they run, they flee, they get scared, they complain, and they have certain problems like that. They go to the doctor and go to the hospital like that. But the devotee, he knows that everything is Krishna's mercy. Everything is Krishna's pleasure. And if I was more surrendered, I would be experiencing the pleasure and nothing else. Knowing that Krishna and his energies are the same. In fact, Krishna is everything. Krishna is personally present in his energies. So, so there's nothing for me to fear. There's nothing for me to get aggrieved about, because everything is an emanation of Krishna. So this has to be studied very carefully by devotees and understood like that. So that's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita in 7:15, he says, what? 7:15, 2:15. Anyone know what he says?
2:15. One who can tolerate the appearance and disappearance of happiness and distress, maybe?
Yeah, and steady in both. Yeah. Oh, best of all men, I feel the person is not disturbed by the happiness, distress, and steady in both the children of the world. So one who, Prabhupada said, is Dayabhat, one who accepts these things in this light, in this understanding, their liberation is guaranteed. They go home back to Godhead. It's his natural claim. He claims he knows everything. Krishna's doing everything. He's not disturbed by everything or anything. Because Krishna's doing this, Krishna's doing that, doing this, doing that. Everything is Krishna, and we're worshiping Krishna. So one who's steady through the so-called happiness and distress, he's eligible candidate to go home back to Godhead. There's no doubt about it. Prabhupada guarantees it as well. So, Prabhupada went on to tell a story about Rupa Goswami and the beautiful girl that came. He was desiring to do some nice service for his brother, Sanatana Goswami, and this beautiful girl came and rendered service to Rupa Goswami, and Rupa Goswami was chastised by Sanatana Goswami. Why do you take service for Radharani? Don't you know we're supposed to give service to Radharani? Why are we taking service? So devotees are not so eager to get favors from Krishna, but actually devotees are always ready to render service to Krishna. So how can I serve you? How can I serve you? Not what you can do for me, what you can do for me. Oh, Krishna, give me this. Krishna, give me that. I need this and that. Like that. Krishna knows what we need, and he's just looking for our service and surrender. That's all. Like Prabhupada, he came to America, he had nothing, and Krishna gave him everything. You didn't have to ask Krishna for anything. Now you can do whatever you like with it, that's all. So the gopis consider the highest surrendered devotees because they didn't care for even family. They were so intensely in love with Krishna that they disregarded family, children, husbands, fathers, brothers, like that. Even though they were under the protection of the fathers and the brothers and the husbands, like that, when Krishna blew his flute at Bansivada, they all rushed down there. They couldn't care. Even they were trying to block them. The husbands tried to block them. The fathers tried to block them, out of protection. But still, their love for Krishna, their attraction to Krishna was so intense that they just disregarded their family members. And they went right down to Krishna, to see Krishna like that. They couldn't care like that. And nothing material could stop them. So seeing Krishna had his own abode in the spiritual world, Parasat Matu Pavan Yo, like that. It's called his personal residence. His personal residence is called Goloka Vrindavan, or his personal planet. And the more we hear about Krishna's personal abode, the Master will want to go there. Just like Prabhupada said, he heard about America, and he wanted to come here. So, same thing. We keep hearing about Krishna's planet, Goloka Vrindavan, where he resides, and we want to go there. There are other planetary systems as well. The planetary system known in the mature world is called Navidam. And then the intermediate system is called Maheshtam, Lord Shiva. And then the next planetary system is called Vaikuntadam, which resided over by the Vishnu forms, Narayan. And then the ultimate planet in the spiritual kingdom is Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna's personal residence. So there are two kinds of living entities, Nitya Bada and Nitya Mukta. What's the difference between them, Chaitanya?
Eternally liberated and eternally bound.
Right. So, and the Nitya Badhas, they're very few. Those who are bound up here in the material world, like us in this material world here, there are very few, but the Nitya Muktas, there are many. So this Leela, so the Lord, he manifests himself in the material world on one planet, and he performs his personal Leela. And the Pandavas, they do that eternally with them. Associate with the Lord and his Leela. So this Leela is going on perpetually, one universe to another, like that, but it's permanently going on in Goloka Vrindavan, like that. So we don't want to make Krishna on the same level as ourselves, like the Mayavadis. And the example is given in the Bhagavad Gita that on the 4th chapter, because Krishna got this knowledge from Vivaswan, and some millions and millions of years ago, some 120 million years ago. So Arjuna said, Arjuna knows Krishna as a contemporary of himself. They're cousin brothers. So Arjuna said, the sun god, Vivaswan, is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed the science to him? And then Krishna said, many, many births you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. Or subdue any. So the living entities, we can't remember. We're not God. We can't remember. But God can remember. He knows past, present, and future. We don't know past, present, and future. So the Mayavadis and the Persas, they try and put God and us, we're one. It's one thing. And they say God fell down, but according to the definition in Vedic literature, is known as the truth. He never falls down. God never falls down, and they're saying God fell down, like that. So this is not right. Although we may be controllers, I'm controlling, you're controlling, everyone's controlled to some degree. We're known as Ishvara, but Krishna, he's known as Parameshvara, the supreme controller, like that. And he says like that also in the Bhagavad Gita, Mata Parakam Nanyat, there's no truth superior to me. And Nitya Nityanam, Chaitanya Chaitanam. There's many nityas, but there's one supreme nitya, Eko, one. And he's maintaining all the other nityas. So we should never think that I'm equal to God or greater than God, or I'm on the same level as God, like that. God is always greater. There's no one equal to him, no one greater than him. Everyone is subordinate to God. So the Mayavadis, their problem is that they put God and the living entity as one. This is the imperfection. So if the devotees were here, I'd be participating more. Anyone have any questions? questions, realizations, comments, additions, corrections?
Why did Mother Draupadi cry when she is pure devotee of Krishna?
Well, they're playing. They don't forget they're in the mature world, and they're playing the roles of ordinary living beings like that. So this is their Leela. They're all pure devotees. She's a goddess of fortune. What she have to cry about? She knows perfectly well Krishna is doing everything and is everything like that. But you know, the suffering, is so-called suffering. When suffering is not suffering. It may appear to the outsider or to those who are not fully Krishna conscious that this is some kind of suffering. But on the highest level, Krishna is not different from his energies. So how can there be any suffering anywhere?
So she did actually give bliss.
The pure devotees are always in bliss.
When your son was killed, she felt bliss.
No, there's no such thing as killing. But the soul is never birth nor death, having once been, ever cease to be. They're not on a level of seeing on the bodily platform. They know that that everything is eternal. They didn't see their sons being killed. How did they see like that? It's not possible.
So she just tried that we can read it in the Srimad Bhagavatam later on.
What's that?
She just tried that we can read it in the Srimad Bhagavatam later on.
Everything. She's the original goddess of fortune. Arjuna, he's in distress also, but he's put it. That's done purposely by Krishna for our benefit. They're all nitya siddhas. They're all nitya muktas. Goddess of fortune. How are they not seeing Krishna and everything? Krishna is the supreme friend of everything. Everything is Krishna. Bahunam Vasudeva Savamati. One who knows, one who is eligible for candy knows that Vasudeva Savamati. Krishna is everything. Krishna is full of bliss. That means all his energies are full of bliss because Krishna is his energy. Krishna is not different from his energy. So Krishna is everything. Vasudeva Savam iti. Krishna knows that one who knows Krishna, one who knows Krishna is everything. Krishna is everything. There's nothing that is not Krishna. And Krishna is Sat, Chit, Ananda, Vigraha. Everything is bliss. All his energies are bliss because he is that energy. He is everything. He is every energy. Every energy we experience is Krishna. Anyone not understand that? All energies, all actions, all reactions, all inactions, everything tangible, everything mental, everything in, everything outside, everything up, beyond, like that, below, everything is Krishna.
Oh, but in your country I had to live sometimes in a hell. And you said you had so much distress and difficulty.
Yeah, that's on one side. That's for our benefit. But he's not experiencing anything like that. There's no such suffering doesn't touch a pure devotee. Aren't we reading the books? Don't we understand the philosophy? That pure devotees are never touched by the illusory energy. They're always transcendental. You think Mother Draupadi is not transcendental to the material energy?
Oh, can't they experience the
They know. They're experiencing. They understand. They're going through it, but they're not on. They're experiencing it not in the way that we experience it. We're experiencing it in forgetfulness of Krishna. They're experiencing everything in remembrance of Krishna. So there's no cause for suffering for anyone who is fully absorbed in Krishna. If someone's fully absorbed in Krishna, there cannot be any pain or suffering. If someone loves Krishna and Krishna is everything, how am I experiencing pain? If I love Krishna and everything is Krishna, where does pain exist?
Because I still have a material body.
The material body is...
The would be in the spirit world.
The bodies are not material, they're spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything in the material world is not material, it's spiritual. Only those who have no vision, whose eyes are darkened due to lack of spiritual vision, see it as material. There's nothing material. Everything is Krishna. Krishna is not material. Krishna is the Param Brahma. He's the Supreme Spirit. And everything is Krishna. Everything is an emanation of Krishna. Everything is Krishna's energy. So how is anything material? Where is there anything material? Material is for those who don't love Krishna, it's material. If we don't love Krishna, then we see material. Then is pain. But if someone loves Krishna, someone Nitya Siddha, Nitya Mukta, engaged in Nitya Lila, like that, they only know Krishna. They don't know anything but Krishna. They don't see anything but Krishna. They don't experience anything but Krishna. So their so-called suffering and their happiness is the same, because they're always experiencing Krishna in all their activities, all their different actions and reactions like that. It's only those who don't love Krishna who are experiencing what they call so-called pain. That's what's all so-called. It's so-called distress, so-called, because there's no distress. For one who is absorbed in love of God, Krishna, distress cannot touch that person. So there's no such thing as distress. But everything is Krishna. And Krishna is full of bliss. So where is there distress? Anyone can explain?
No.
Prahlad Maharaj, he was tortured, but was he unhappy?
No.
He was always blissful. But even if he was not, even if he was made to look like Jesus was made to look like he was suffering on the cross, like that. But he was in samadhi. Distress only attacks those who don't love Krishna. If we don't love Krishna, then we're in distress. If we love Krishna, distress can't touch us either, or anybody. So that's why devotee, he understands that everything is an emanation of Krishna. He knows that Krishna is the cause of everything. Karana, the only cause is Krishna. He's the only factor. There are many factors in an action, and the final action is Krishna. Knowing Krishna is the cause of everything, Krishna is the source of everything, Krishna is everything, Krishna is creating everything, he's the arranging everything, he's taking away, he's giving away. That's all Krishna. And if we love Krishna, then we'll never experience, the word pain will not exist in our experience. All glory to the Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadhara Srivastava Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Guranga, Nitai Guranga, Nitai Guranga, Nitai Guranga, Nitai Guranga, Nitai Guranga, Nitai Prabhupada